time for your midday fix of facts and spicy sides.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
All served hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, glad to have you with us.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
Yes.
Exciting
Yay.
day today. We have the Indie Queen
Yeah, we
as
have a live
our guest.
performance. I'm so excited.
My kid's gonna freak out because when she
so
watches this, she's a
Gen Z.
She's a
right?
fan. She's a major
Super.
fan.
And she has amassed millions of streams on Spotify. And I'd love to get to know her a bit on this show.
Yeah, and I'm
I-
excited because she's releasing a vinyl record.
But you know, we met her in the green room, and she's so meek and fragile. I'm like, hello.
But when she was doing soundcheck earlier, she sounds amazing.
Yeah, she
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
she's
Amazing.
different
I can't wait.
personality.
Exactly.
Okay,
Right?
I'm excited to hear from her in a bit. Also, what do we have?
Did you see that viral video going around of this couple eating on cam?
Oh, I saw that.
And a car just hit them straight through.
They were eating by the window, and they were literally about to take a bite of their food, and then the car just hit them.
The
That's
car just
crazy.
ran them.
I just
Mine?
briefly saw it.
Yeah.
Where was it though?
I'm suspecting it's somewhere in the U.S.
Probably in the US.
Yeah, but
It
we're
looks
still
like a
verifying
diner.
it. But it's trending. So,
There's another trending video.
but I guess, Mo,
Yeah.
perhaps
What's up?
make sure that when you're seated in a restaurant, it's not like in an intersection and you're closest to
I
the
know,
window
but
by
yeah,
the
not-
sidewalk.
Not by the
roads.
roadside.
That's
Yeah.
definitely
But I
dangerous.
hope they're okay. You're talking about
I hope
another
they're okay.
trending video?
There's another trending video for Miss Grand International. One of the contestants, while she was making rampa in her swimsuit, she did a cartwheel.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, wow, girl, she really
Wow.
made a mark. But we're going to talk about more Miss Grand International, I guess, the
Is
candidates.
that the first on stage
That's
in a
the
pageant?
first I think I've seen where she really did a cartwheel.
Oh, my. Now that I'm really interested to see that.
Later
But,
during the gap, I'll show you.
And
Yes,
what
yes.
is this going around the news about the beanie complaint?
You know, they've been, recently, the past couple of months, they've been really, in the spotlight about complaints and apparent or alleged attitude checks and stuff like that. I've been seeing it in social media, but let's
Now
see
I'm
what's happening.
hearing they have something against a spliced video which was uploaded and they're filing unjust vexation charges.
They're saying, quote unquote, it's from Zian Gaza. But that's what they said. I'm not sure that's who they're filing against because he literally spliced videos of them trying Filipino food with nothing positive.
So alleged.
Alleged. This is just alleged. This is just a chismis. I'm not really sure. We have to double check and confirm.
Yes, but
All right.
let's see
we
how
will
that
hear more
develops.
about that
Yeah.
in a bit, guys. Stay tuned. We'll have more on those stories later on the show. Time for today's headlines. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee holds its first hearing on corruption-ridden flood control projects. We go live to the Senate in a bit for an update. Holding her line, Vice President Sara Duterte's camp is opposing the lower house's appeal to the Supreme Court's decision declaring the impeachment complaint against her unconstitutional. The world is watching. The United States is laying the groundwork for talks between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. And in sports, the Philippines brings home 4 medals from the World Games in Chengdu, China. Our top story today, the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee has started its inquiry into alleged anomalies in flood control projects. Some of those invited were a no-show. Hannah T is there. Hannah, what's the meat of the hearing so far?
My subpoenas now loom over contractors who skipped today's Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing on flood control projects. That includes Sara Diskaya, who owns or whose family owns top 2 of 15 firms in flood control deals. Of the 15 firms identified by President Bongbong Marcos as having cornered 100 billion worth of projects since 2022, 11 responded to the Senate's summons. 7 were represented during the hearing, with only a few presidents personally showing up. Senate Blue Ribbon Chair Rodante Marcoleta opened the hearing with a warning. Enough is enough. Public funds are wasted over questionable projects while Filipinos lose homes and lives to floods. No one will be spared and no stone left unturned. More than 500 billion was spent on flood control since July 2022. Divide the flood control funds by the number of days, that's more than 1 billion pesos a day. And out of that amount, 100 billion went to 15 contractors. Around 350 billion worth of projects, or more than 6,000 contracts, defy even basic description. PBBM earlier flagged defects of a flood control structure in Bulacan, sit piles left hanging instead of driven deep, beams unconnected, and critical materials missing. The project was handled by St. Timothy Construction, a well-known firm owned by the Discayas. Marcoleta says the inquiry is neither for grandstanding or politics, but a drive to uncover systemic fraud that turns flood control into a failure of structure itself. Mai?
Hannah, are there any contractors who attended today's hearing, and specifically yung mga firms, meron bang dumalo na allegedly may connections sa mga politiko?
Unahin muna natin itong isa sa mga present na firm na allegedly ay natay dito kay Senate President Cheese Escudero. Well, not allegedly, because he himself said na itong owner ng Centerways Construction and Development Incorporated, which is represented by a legal counsel today, ay SP Cheese Escudero's top 2022 campaign donor, contributing 30 million pesos, which Escudero again publicly confirmed while denying any role in the firm's projects. At ang iba pang mga dumalo sa hearing na kasama dun sa top 15 contractors ay ang Legacy Construction Corporation, ang QM Builders, EGB Construction Corporation, and 888 Construction and Supply Incorporated. Mai?
All right, Hannah, let's go back to Sara Discaya. Does she have any excuse letter for not attending today's hearing? And I understand she was also a no-show yesterday in a press conference.
That's right, Mai. Wala siyang excuse letter at hindi rin siya dumalo doon sa isang press conference yesterday kung saan dapat kasama niya yung ilang members of PDP laban. So today, she was supposed to represent Alpha and Omega na kasama nga doon sa top 15. At itong isa pang kumpanya na St. Timothy Construction Corporation, may ibang manager na nakapangalan doon, who is Roma Angeline Rimando. Hindi rin dumalo at sinabi na she is still suffering from grief daw due to untimely demise of foster mother parents. So itong dalawa na representatives, itong si Sara Discaya and also si Rimando, ay inaasahan nating mapapadalhan ng sabina para dumalo sa susunod na pagdinig. And sabi nga ni Senator Win Gatchalian kanina, kailangan yung mga owner mismo ang dumalo dahil mas maganda na ma-represent mismo nila yung kumpanya, because in previous hearings daw kasi hindi helpful or hindi masyadong maganda yung discussion kapag representative lang ng firms or companies. Back to you, Mai.
All right, thank you, Hannah, for the update. Hannah T there reporting live from the Senate. The lawyer of jailed former Congressman Arnie Teves says his client is willing to testify on how graft is committed in flood control projects. Attorney Ferdinand Topacio explains that Mr. Teves, as a longtime member of the House of Representatives, can help provide information to which others may not be privy. Teves was arrested from Timor-Leste in May after almost 2 years in hiding. He is facing criminal charges over killings in Negros Oriental, including the death of former Governor Roel Degamo. Vice President Sara Duterte is standing her ground as she formally opposes the House's motion for reconsideration on the Supreme Court's verdict on her impeachment. Joan Manalo joins us from the Batasang Pambansa. Joan, What can you tell us?
My Vice President Sara Duterte's legal team has filed its opposition to the motion for reconsideration lodged by the House of Representatives before the Supreme Court. The motion sought to reverse the court's earlier ruling that declared the impeachment complaint against VP Sara unconstitutional. In a Viber message to reporters, impeachment spokesperson Attorney Michael Powa confirmed their comment or opposition was filed Monday afternoon. However, they would not grant media interviews on the matter at this time, in deference to the sub judice rule and out of respect for the judicial process. The House of Representatives filed its motion for reconsideration on August 5, and while the Supreme Court is expected to decide after considering both the House's motion and the Duterte camp's opposition, the Senate has already moved to archive the impeachment case against the Vice President. But the House maintains that the impeachment is not about political maneuvering, but rather accountability based on verified facts and sworn documents. Mai.
Joan, did VP Sara's defense team provide a copy of their comment or their response to the media? And what does it say?
My VP Sara's defense team did not provide a copy of the document or the response that they submitted to the Supreme Court. But what is clear based on Attorney Powa's statement is that they have formally submitted their opposition to the House's motion for reconsideration. Mai.
All right, Joan Manalo, thank you for that report live from Quezon City. A senior administrator of the religious group Kingdom of Jesus Christ pleads guilty to marriage fraud in a U.S. federal court. Bettina Padilla Rosas admitted she entered a sham marriage with an American citizen to obtain immigration benefits. She faces prison time, fines, and deportation, although prosecutors are recommending a lighter sentence under a plea deal. Her case forms part of the wider indictment against KOJC founder Pastor Apollo Kibuloy and his associates, who face immigration fraud and sex trafficking charges. Sentencing is expected in the coming months. 4 Filipino crew of a cruise ship were detained by U.S. immigration authorities. They were taken off the Carnival Sunshine cruise when it docked in Norfolk on Sunday, August 17. The group, Filipino Workers Center of Southern California, confirmed this, saying the 4 seafarers, 3 men and 1 woman, were removed from the vessel and not returned. They expressed concern that the detained workers may be deported without the opportunity to defend themselves. The organization has sought urgent intervention from U.S. authorities as well as the Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. A quick check on the weather now. Tropical Depression Waning is out of the country, but Pag-asa is closely monitoring a low-pressure area outside the Philippine area of responsibility, which has a medium chance of developing into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. All are advised to monitor updates from the DOST Pag-asa. The Securities and Exchange Commission is requiring all local and foreign cryptocurrency platforms to register under new rules that took effect July 5. The SEC stresses that crypto trading is not banned, but platforms must be licensed before offering services in the country. Officials say the rules are meant to protect investors, maintain market integrity, and ensure fair competition. The regulator warned it can restrict access to unregistered platforms, citing risks like fraud, money laundering, and loss of funds. The SEC says responsible regulation is key to the sustainable growth of the industry. Hamas has agreed to a 60-day ceasefire with Israel that would see the release of half the hostages in Gaza in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. The plan, brokered by Egypt and Qatar with U.S. support, has been received by Israel but not yet answered. As talks continue, Israeli forces are pressing into Gaza City, sending thousands fleeing heavy bombardment. The proposal also calls for a complete halt to Israeli operations for 60 days and lays out a framework toward ending the conflict. Russian President Vladimir Putin has agreed to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky within 2 weeks following a call with U.S. President Donald Trump. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, who joined European leaders in Washington to show support for Ukraine, said Trump helped secure Putin's commitment and is prepared to host a follow-up meeting to push negotiations forward. Merz praised Europe's united front and said talks with the U.S. will now center on security guarantees for Ukraine, with Washington ready to play a role.
In sports, the Philippines wraps up its campaign at the 2025 World Games in China with a 4-medal haul. Jiu-Jitsu star Kyla Napoles and billiard sensation Cheska Centeno won a pair of silver medals for the country. Wushu's Carlos Bailon Jr. and Sambo artist Eileen Yap are each bringing home bronze medals. The Philippines settled for a 6th place finish, while the host country topped the table, followed by Germany and Ukraine. Germany will next host the World Games in 2029. Now in tennis, a surprise victory for Carlos Alcaraz at the Cincinnati Open. The Spanish sensation claimed the title after top seed Jannik Sinner threw in the towel while feeling unwell just 23 minutes into the first set of the final. This also breaks the Italian's 26-match win streak on the hard court. This now raises questions about Sinner's fitness ahead of the U.S. Open, where he is the defending champion. Alcaraz, who lifted his 3rd Masters 1000 title this season, apologized to his rival and praised him as a true champion.
The alleged LA drug dealer dubbed the Ketamine Queen has agreed to plead guilty in connection to the death of Friends star Matthew Perry. Jasmine Sanga will plead to 5 federal charges, including ketamine distribution resulting in death and running a drug stash house. 4 co-defendants, including 2 doctors and Perry's assistants, has also pleaded guilty. Perry died in October 2023 from the acute effects of ketamine, which led to his drowning in a hot tub. He was 54 years old. It was glitz, glam, and a whole lot of Pinoy pop culture as 2025 Miss Grand International Philippines candidates strutted their stuff at the preliminaries in Pasay City. All 29 ladies went full-on fabulous, rocking bold, colorful creations made exclusively by Filipino designers. From legendary superheroes like Darna and Valentina to the fabulous Jaja Saturna and even the people's champ himself, Manny Pacquiao. Some queens got extra creative, showing up as a living video okay machine, a walking carnival game, and even a street-style ice cream vendor. Talk about thinking outside the box. While the costumes wowed, the spotlight also followed some of the early favorites, including Emma Tiglao, Michelle Arceo, and Anita Gomez. Mark your calendars, the Miss Grand Philippines Coronation Night happens on August 24. Reigning Queen CJ Opiaza will officially pass the crown to the next fierce Filipina to watch. The nation's girl group Beanie just got serving looks and hits. They're now serving legal action. The girls have officially filed a criminal complaint under the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. All 8 members of the Beanie personally appeared at the Hall of Justice in Santa Rosa, Laguna, accompanied by their legal counsel, Attorney Joji Alonzo. The case stems from an edited video that made the rounds online, cutting out the girls' positive reactions to Pinoy street food. The result? A flood of online hate and bash comments. Attorney Alonzo didn't mince words, saying this fueled online hate and bashing against Beanie, causing irreparable emotional and mental distress. If the accused is found guilty, they could face up to 6 years behind bars and a fine of 1 million pesos. That's a lot of kwek-kwek and fish balls for 1 million pesos.
Okay, so now we're finding more about what all of that is about, what the complaint was about.
Yes.
A lot about Kwek and
A lot
his
about
boss.
Quack Quack, but it's unfair naman if, videos are edited to make you look less than, less than what you actually posted.
But at the same time, people who are watching, the audiences, should discern too that sometimes the videos are really edited, right?
And I've been seeing a lot of those
Yeah.
on Facebook, YouTube. Like you don't know which one is real, which one is
especially
not,
with
which
the
one
AI
is
deepfakes as
edited.
well, right?
But what do you ladies think about Miss Grand International? I gotta go back there because
I showed him the
I'm
cartwheel
shocked
video.
because
I saw Nuno though
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
the Vogue there.
doing the Vogue. But what do you think? I know they're propagating pop culture. Do you think it was too much?
It's certainly over the top.
Definitely.
But
Miss Grand is known to be over the top though.
Is it-
so
are they?
so I feel like it's exciting.
I guess that's
It's
what
different.
the audiences are
Yeah.
looking for also.
Yeah, but
I'm not
pretty
sure,
cool. I
but-
mean, I live karaoke machine as a costume. I am.
That's cool.
I am down with that.
Wait,
That's
that's not
slay.
even the talent portion,
No,
right?
that's
Yeah,
a different
but can
one.
you imagine the talent portion? And that lady that you showed me a video of that
cartwheel
lady
girl?
doing a cartwheel in her bathing suit. That's major because that's a major risk. What
It
if you
is.
fall? You know,
Especially in like the 5-inch
Are they in
heels.
heels?
It's crazy.
She was in heels.
And she's wearing
Yeah,
a
that's
bikini
scary.
too. Like that is so
Oh, no.
dangerous.
like, would you look?
I would
You're a
not.
beauty queen, right?
I mean, you would risk a wardrobe
I
malfunction,
wouldn't.
right?
I
If
would
you were-
just walk and do my own thing. I feel like all the extra stuff. If you can do it, go ahead. But me personally, I would not
Yeah.
because I know myself. I'm such a klutz, so I would definitely fall.
What happened to the sleigh walks of the other beauty contests,
Yeah,
right?
just do the sleigh walk, I guess.
Do you have a sleigh walk, Mo?
Me? No, I don't. Actually, I was the worst at walking because I don't know how to walk in heels that well. So that's why I was like, yeah, I'm a pass.
It's okay.
We're
you have
gonna get
other
that
talents.
video from where it was. We're gonna unearth.
We're gonna
that.
unearth
We
that.
will
We're gonna be
unearth
like
that.
Paulo de
Let's
Rosario,
not.
All
researching.
right, we'll have more stories and conversations for you later on the show.
As musician Clara Benin brings her sophomore album, Befriending My Tears, to vinyl. We'll hear more about her release after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back. Welcome back. You're watching The Daily Dish. Our guest today is giving her second album a timeless physical release.
Befriending My Tears and Then Some is now on vinyl. She made the release official in an intimate event in Pasig just this past Sunday.
And here to talk about putting her music on wax for the very first time is musician Clara Benin. Hello, Clara.
Hello,
Welcome
Clara.
to the Daily Dish.
Thank you so much for
We-
Prolific songwriter, singer, songwriter. Was it always part of your childhood, music?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I grew up listening to music. My dad is a musician, so
Yes.
it was just inevitable.
What kind of music did you listen to as a child? Because right now, kids, the Gen
Zs.
Gen Z, okay, they listen to old music like the
Yeah.
Beatles and even Streisand and stuff like that. What was your favorite genre growing up?
My favorite genre I think I really liked the Beatles growing up as well.
So it's a thing.
It is.
Maybe it's the music you grew up in as well, because
yeah,
your dad
like
used to listen
my dad
to.
would listen to
Let us mention who
Beatles.
her dad is, because he's Joey
Yeah.
Benin of Side A,
Joey B.
music
Joey
of
B.
our generation.
Not me, huh?
I will admit
I'm
to
I
it.
don't
Gen Z.
understand why you're including me in there.
I will admit to it. I listened to
Why you throw me?
I
Yeah.
listened to Side A, didn't you?
What's that, tita?
All right, so her
Anyway, Clara,
dad.
I want to talk about the album that you're re-releasing because it was already released digitally, right?
Yeah.
But you re-released. Wow, that's so hard on vinyl. So why did you decide to do it on vinyl?
Why not? I mean, I've always been a vinyl collector, so it's always been a dream of mine to have my own music on a vinyl.
You know, actually, me as a Gen Z, as a Gen Z, both of us, Ferds, I love listening to music on vinyl because it gets like that depth and that warmth from the imperfections, right? So I feel like it's different. So would you say our generation, do we prefer vinyl records or do we prefer digital?
I don't know. For me, I really love the whole experience of a vinyl, like listening to an album from the first track to the last track, and you know, because when you listen on vinyl, you can't skip, right? You have to listen to the whole thing.
I heard there's a growing fan base among the younger set collecting vinyl records because it's different when they actually get to touch it and feel it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you gotta educate because I don't really have major musicality in me because I can listen to a song, I like the beats, but sometimes it's weird. I think my brain's wired differently. I don't listen to the lyrics. And even putting it into vinyl, I didn't even know that was a thing again. So when did it start being a thing?
I honestly don't know. I think it's always been a thing, actually. There's just like a niche market for it. But yeah, you should definitely try listening to a vinyl. It's a whole experience.
Vinyl
It's a whole
machines.
new movement.
Yeah, I didn't even know that the machines are back in vogue.
They are.
Really?
And it's actually like listening to vinyl, it's very soothing. I don't know why. There's just like some depth and warmth to it, like I mentioned earlier. So I really enjoy that, and I'm glad it's coming back. You know what I hope they bring back too? The Walkmans and the cassette players.
What's that, tita?
Grabe ka naman so much that, tita. Did you reach that, Clara, the cassette?
I reached the Walkman.
I think they're reviving
She's 15. Of course, she did.
Would you
She
know
might
if
have
they're
it in the
reviving
store.
the cassette tapes and even...
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah,
But-
because it's all about bringing back, some of the past, diba? Because of nostalgia. It's really
That's
big.
true. But talking about nostalgia, where do your songs come from? Is it from the brain, the heart, the soul? Because I always ask this kind of question to our celebrity guests. Because
I love that question. I think it's a mix of everything. It's my brain, my heart, and my soul. I try to pour everything in my music. So yeah, it's definitely a mix of all.
What is the process like for you writing a song? And how many have you written?
Gosh, I've probably written 100 songs already.
Oh, wow.
I've been writing since I was like 14, 15.
How do you guys decide which songs to put on your record?
I don't know, I just feel it. I think it's a gut feeling for me.
it comes to you.
Yeah.
I purposely didn't listen to any of your songs because I want to be educated directly by you, right? Because, I think that's the most authentic way to know an artist without listening to their music. What inspires music? Is it a lot of artists go through like, heartbreaks, downfalls, the happiest. It's all extreme. There's nothing in between. Do you have a gray area when coming up with a song?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I just try to find inspiration everywhere. Like whatever I'm facing, whether I'm hurting or I'm enjoying life. I feel like there's just always something to write about.
Did you have a different take when you re-listened to your song on vinyl this time around?
It was a very emotional for me when I first listened to it on vinyl because, like you mentioned earlier, it just sounds different. Like there's just so much depth when you listen to it on vinyl, and just I don't know. There's just like a whole process of like removing the disc from the sleeve and like placing it on the turntable.
I love like the sounds. We should do a mukbang vinyl.
And also many OPM artists now are also releasing vinyl editions of their music. Yes. So did it surprise you how excited fans are about owning a physical copy?
Yeah, actually when we released this album digitally last year, a lot of my fans were already asking me, like, are you gonna release it on vinyl? And at that time, I wasn't sure yet. Like, it was just like a dream for me. So I was just like, I don't know, maybe.
Are you gonna be releasing your albums now in both vinyl and digital forms?
Yeah, that's the plan. Like moving forward, I would love to. Like knowing now that my fans are also vinyl listeners, I would definitely want to release everything on vinyl now.
I can listen to her all day. She calms me down.
Right, her voice. I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear her sing.
Yes, I love your sound also. It's whispery, calming. How did you find that sound?
She was just born with it, I feel like, no?
Well, I think it comes from I've always been very shy and mahinhin, and I think that just comes out in my music as well.
We should be shy in Mahinhin too, so we sound more soothing.
I'm shy.
Were there any challenges when you were doing, I guess, translating your digital record to a vinyl record, being like the mastering, the artwork, or the production process?
Well, everything just worked out so smoothly. So for this vinyl, we worked with Backspacer Records, and they helped me produce the vinyl and with the art layout as well. They did everything, and I don't recall any challenges like particularly. It was all very smooth.
Any particular song of yours on this album that pops out because of your vinyl version?
For me, I enjoyed. There's this track called "Keep Still," and it's a sad song, but it's hidden in like a very dancey beat.
That is
I
amazing.
enjoyed it on the vinyl.
Can you imagine if you're dancing to a song, but then it's
Yeah,
like
But it's
coming
actually
from
a sad
pain?
You're dancing, but
Yeah.
you're crying. That's
Yeah.
the vibe of the song.
I felt that before. I was dancing and I was crying because I couldn't tell people why I was dancing and crying at the same time. I was
love
going
that.
nuts.
Okay, is there a memory from making this album that makes you smile or laugh today?
Or cry.
Or cry, yes.
Oh, I think most of the songs that I made in this album, I was crying. But the production, like recording it and working with the producers that I had for this album was definitely memorable for
Right.
me.
Do you ever get song fatigue? Like, you know, as a celebrity, as an artist, like, of course, your songs are played over and over and over again because they resonate with different individuals. But singing them over and over again, does that take a piece of you? Because, and that, you know, that's a form of fatigue.
Honestly, no. I love performing my songs live, especially the songs that I have. Yeah, it brings me life. It brings me joy.
For somebody that's never listened to you, Clara, and that they're about to pick up your vinyl record, what journey are they about to take when listening to your album?
Ooh, so Befriending My Tears is all about just embracing yourself, and it's all about self-acceptance. And you know what, regardless of what journey you're on in life, it's about learning to love yourself and befriend yourself.
Is there a specific song that you should listen to for the first time?
Probably the title, the first song in the album. It's called Imposter Syndrome.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, where did that song come from?
Imposter Syndrome.
Imposter syndrome. Hello.
Do you
You're not listening.
sometimes feel that?
Oh yeah, all the time, every day. As an artist, I think that's something we all go through.
Okay, if your album takes a human form, what human form would that be?
I don't know about human form, but like, I always, I kind of, when I see, do you know Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
He's kind
the
of like,
cutest.
yeah, he's kind of like the spirit animal, I think, of this album.
I love that.
Because he's shy.
I love Eeyore as
He's
well.
so shy.
You have just given me a new dimension on your album. Now I'm gonna
Yeah,
always
right?
have Eeyore flash in front of me because Eeyore is very emotional,
Super.
fragile, but then so lovable.
Right.
Is that your
Exactly.
spirit animal?
Yeah, Eeyore
Eeyore.
is my spirit animal.
Oh, I want to give you a hug.
You prefer performing. That's a tongue twister.
Yes.
Prefer
Prefer
performing your songs live. And what's your favorite song to perform?
I think my favorite one from this album is a song called Small Town, and which I'll be performing for you guys.
Yay!
There. Wait,
Walk us through that song.
before you perform, you talked about Eeyore, is he an anime? He's an
He's from
animated
Winnie the
character. He's
Pooh,
from
yeah.
Winnie the Pooh, yes. So he's your spirit animal. So what if you were an emoji, what would you be?
Ooh, maybe that, that smiling face with a tear. That's
Oh yeah,
probably-
that one.
You're so deep. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm running out of questions because I'm like, I'm gonna sound stupid if I ask you another question.
Well, I
Where's
think-
this depth coming
I
from?
think you've written about mental health,
Okay.
being an introvert as well. What would you say to your fans who are part of the Gen Z sets dealing with depression or loneliness?
Wow. I just want to encourage them to reach out to a friend, and we all go through it, I think, and yeah, and I hope that my album, if they listen to my album, I hope that they feel seen and heard through my music.
Definitely, I hope your music touches them as well, right?
And I'm sure it has. Has there been a memorable fan moment where a fan came up to you and said that your music really resonated with them?
Yeah, there a bunch of times actually, like they would come up to me all shy like me. They would come up and tell me how much their music has helped them a lot, and it's been just really encouraging to me because these songs are very, very personal to me, and knowing that my fans are able to connect with them in a really deep level, just really inspires me.
When you were younger, writing songs, finding your space in the world, which group or artist were you resonating with?
I really love Joni Mitchell.
Because Joni Mitchell never
You're
lies.
like an old soul.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Joni Mitchell never lies, and yeah, I look up to her songwriting. She's very honest and real in how she makes music.
Is there a particular song of Joni that you resonate with?
Ooh, I love Both Sides Now and A Case of You. Those are my top two.
Case of You.
Did you do covers of those songs?
I think so. Maybe
Yeah.
like online. I feel like I have in the past.
Okay, so if there was somebody, like an artist who you want to perform with, who's your dream collab?
A dream collab. Maybe John Mayer.
Oh, I love John Mayer. That would be a great collab.
I know him, Tita.
Finally.
For our viewers, where can they catch you? Are you performing live anytime soon?
Yes. So I actually have a concert coming up on October 3 and 4. And it's going to be a very special concert because we're celebrating the 10th year anniversary of my first album.
Wow.
And it's going to be at the Metropolitan Theater, and we're going to be performing with a 30-piece orchestra, which is something new for me, so it's going to be really special. Hope you guys can come.
10 years, it's a huge gap there. How did you find that, how did you change in that period?
I've definitely evolved a lot since my first album. Which is why it's so exciting to revisit all these old songs because we'll be reimagining them. And yeah, I've definitely grown a lot and learned a lot, and yeah.
Well, we're so excited, Mike.
I can't wait to see her
Congrats
performance.
on your upcoming concert, and
Thank you.
Clara will still be with us after this short break because she is gonna perform one of her songs. We're excited. The Daily Dish. We'll be right back.
So this song that I'm about to play is called Small Town, and about bumping into your ex favorite coffee shop. I made a mental list of the probabilities. Who the chances, see you running into me. 'Cause this is such a small town. I know all your favorite places. I know where you are now, so I go the other way. I need to learn you. Feels like I know you too well. It's impossible to go around without looking down. I don't miss you, but I really do miss being myself again. Being myself again. Took me a couple weeks to delete you from everything. Yeah, it's another weekend, and I'd rather be alone. Yeah, I can't help but blame the small town. I'm crying in the parking lot while you're out to buy a latte at our go-to coffee shop. It hurts to see you, babe. I need to learn you. Feels like I know you too well. It's impossible to go around without looking down. I don't miss you, but I really do miss being myself again. Being myself again. Cause I know where you are, I know where you are. I know where you are, I know where you are. This is such a small town. I know where you are now. And it's nice to see your face. I guess I'll go the other way. It's impossible. I'll miss you now. Someone call a physician, 'cause I'm thinking of leaving this town. I don't miss you, but my feet are super glued to the ground. And I really do miss being myself. I need to learn you. It feels like I know you too well.
Clara, we love your voice. Come sit and chat with us for a little bit.
Oh my, Clara, you know what? I gotta tell you, young lady, last night I had dinner.
That's why we were chatting earlier.
Yeah, with my ex's cousin. And you brought out this song. I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Running, chatting
Running
oh my
into
God,
your
guess what?
ex, right?
Yeah, when you said it, I had to hit.
Yeah, I never
Really, I was
fell on the couch.
Wow, okay. Have you ran into your ex in a coffee shop? Is this why?
No, actually, well, I've ran into like people I didn't want to see in like coffee shops or like the mall, and I don't know, I get very shy, so I'm just like, I
How
just
do you
pretend I
deal?
don't see
You
them.
just duck.
Yeah, so that made me think like, what if I ran into my ex? That would be
Right.
so awkward. So
I
wrote this
can't
song.
right now. I can't. Okay, I can't run into my ex. Well,
So what did you do when you ran into your ex?
no, when I ran into my ex, I was like, hey, this is what you're missing right now.
I love it.
I win.
All right, Clara, you've performed or collaborated with the likes of Johnny
John
Danao,
yeah.
Jonoy Danao, and Paulo Sandejas, the son of my friend Christine.
Christine's
How-
son,
yes, Sandejas.
performer.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
yeah.
Tell Christine.
So how was it like performing with them?
every collaboration for me has been very different and fun. I always learn something new about myself, actually, when I collaborate with another person. So, yeah.
And before we let you go, Clara, can you invite your fans again to your upcoming concert?
Yes, I would like to invite everyone to my concert that's happening on October 3 and 4 at the Metropolitan Theater. It's going to be a celebration of my album that was released 10 years ago. So we're going to be reimagining the songs with a 30-piece orchestra. So it's going to be really special. I hope to see you guys there.
Oh my gosh, my daughter Kareen is gonna freak out when she sees this today when she gets home. She's a fan of yours. So I'm shouting out, hi Kareen.
Hi, Kareen.
I'm with Clara.
We can't wait to go to your concert.
Congrats on the concert. Over a decade as a professional musician, 100 songs written. We hope to hear them all very soon.
And
thank
she
you.
should come back.
Yes, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Clara.
you so much for having
Break a leg at your concert.
Thank you.
All right. It's a celebration of pause and art for National Aspen Day. Stay tuned. The Daily Dish will be right back.
And welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. In celebration of National Aspen Day, our beloved native dogs are getting the Art Star treatment. Japanese pop-style pet portrait artist Hiro Ichikawa teams up with Paws for an Aspen-themed art exhibit for a cause. The colorful collab puts the spotlight on the courage, loyalty, and charm of Philippine aspens, once overlooked, now celebrated. Declared in 2021, National Aspen Day continues to grow in love and pride for our furry Filipino friends.
They say tomorrow isn't promised, so why not chase every bite like it's your last? Case in point, food influencers Nina Unrated and Patrick Blackwood were mid-burger bliss, deep in a review mode inside a restaurant when life served up an unexpected side dish. Not fries, but a speeding car. The pair were somehow mutually grateful to walk away from what may have gone down as the most dangerous food review in history. As for the driver, they reportedly have zero clue how the whole thing happened. This is the video I was telling you ladies about earlier.
I'm glad they're okay though.
Yeah, they
Thank
just barely
God.
missed them. Grab
If you watch the video again, look,
Da, da, da.
they were replaying it. It's like literally watch this. Yummy, and then all of a sudden, did you see the guy? How close
It's
he
so
was?
close, yeah. It just barely missed them.
I know.
Like imagine you're just eating, enjoying life, and then boom.
Good thing also they weren't outdoors, imagine. Like,
Yeah, so
that
the key
there's
takeaway
actually a
is
wall
be
there.
careful where you sit in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Be careful how you treat also the servers. Always be polite because you
Always.
never know. It might be your last bite.
All right, that's it for us today. It's August 19th, everyone. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime is always a good time because it's more fun with us.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's the Daily Dish served. Thank you for watching.